Hello, we're so privileged and honored to have Miss USA with us, R'BONNEY Gabrieel, and we'll talk to her about her winning today. Congratulations, R'BONNEY.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you, and you're the second Fil-Am to win the title, and also the first Filipina American to win the title of Miss Texas. So, talk about that win and how was the experience?
Oh my gosh, it is just such a great feeling, not only to win, but to be the first Fil-Am in Texas and in Miss USA. It's a great honor because I think it's so important to have representation and embrace my culture as a Filipina and as a Texan and share that message to own who you are, embrace who you are, and be proud of it.
Yes, and you're also a sustainable fashion designer.
Yes, so what I love to do is make clothing. I'm in my studio sewing all the time, and for the pageant I actually made my arrival outfit and I made my interview outfit and some other outfits. And what I do is I cut up old pieces, like maybe a really large dress, I'll cut it up and make it into something new because I want to be I am a fashion designer, but I'm pushing the industry to be more sustainable.
Yes, and you made some of your gowns inspired by your father's country, like Philippines, and your mom's Texas, a combination of both. So talk about that Maria Clara inspired outfit.
Yes, so a little backstory. My father's from Manila, Philippines, and then my mother's from Beaumont, Texas, a very small country town, and they actually got married in the Philippines. So the Maria Clara, I actually drew inspiration for the collar in my interview outfit, and then you'll see that I have flowers on the sleeves, and those flowers are the same flower patterns that were on my mom's wedding dress because I just wanted to show my love for my parents.
Oh, how is it growing up in a diverse cultural background?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you, as you know, Filipino families are very large. We have fun, we sing karaoke, we eat lechon. So I grew up with a very fun and big side of my Filipino dad's side, and then my mom's side is a lot smaller. They're Texas country family, and our foods are different. It's mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese, and just a little bit more small town living. But having those two different family dynamics just really made me be an open-minded person.
Mm-hmm. And how you grew up also with two brothers?
I actually have three older
Three brothers.
yes, and I'm the youngest and only sister. I'm the only girl, and I always say I'm the favorite child.
So did it make you like a little tomboy when you were growing up?
Yes, I grew up hanging out with my brother's friends and shooting BB guns and trying to skateboard and fall off the skateboard all the time. We would play GameCube, if anybody remembers the GameCube games, and PS2. I grew up playing those.
Mm-hmm. And also your favorite food is halo halo, which is also my favorite food.
Oh my gosh! It's a crowd pleaser. Everybody loves it. I love to introduce halo halo to people. They're like, what is this? I'm like, it's a lot of things. Just try it.
Can you eat it now? Not yet.
You know what? I can eat it now. I said maybe I have about a week before I go back to my regimen of training for Miss Universe. But actually, my first treat after I won Miss USA was ensamada and ube memen.
You mentioned training for Miss Universe. What kind of training are you going through?
Well, I'm gonna hit the ground running once again. I have about 3 months. So training involves interview lessons and the pasarela also, and I'm gonna be making as many outfits as possible and, you know, training the mind, still working out, keeping the body healthy, and really just putting my best foot forward, continuing to do interviews and advocate for sustainability in the fashion industry, as well as the Miss USA organizations, which are Smile Train and what else? We have Smile Train and Best Buddies. So just a roundabout of all of those things within the next 3 months.
Mm-hmm. And what are your advocacies as a Miss USA?
Well, I'm very passionate about design, and I want to use this platform to use fashion as a force for good. So something I've been doing in Texas is teaching sewing classes to women that have survived from domestic violence and human trafficking. And through these classes, they learn a new skill and they build confidence. And I also teach sewing classes in schools. I go into the youth and I give them educational opportunities to learn something new, because I think everybody needs an abundance of opportunities in their life to grow and flourish. And as Miss USA, I'll be expanding on these platforms.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. And also you use some Filipino fashion designers in when you won. So talk
Yes.
about those designs?
Yes, actually, my evening gowns, my prelim gown, and my finals gown was by the Filipino designer Rian Fernandez. He is amazing. He's made a few gowns for me now, and I'm always just trying to highlight Filipino designers or designers that I'm friends with because I appreciate the craft so much, and I want to be able to showcase that on the stage.
And your costume was also done by a Filipino?
That's right. So I was the Texas bluebonnet, but I wanted to add a fashion element. I wanted to merge being Texan and Filipina. So I took the state flower of Texas, which was a bluebonnet, and then a Filipino designer, Patrick Isarena. He made the costume and reimagined it into a really fashion-forward way, and I'm so happy with how it came out. It lit up on stage, it had an element of surprise, and I'm just really happy how it ended up looking.
But you'll be also designing some of your gowns for the Miss Universe?
Yes, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna be very busy, but I'm definitely gonna be designing some pieces still.
Do you see yourself also designing the costume?
The costume, you know what? I'm not too sure about that. I think this is day 3 or 4, and I'm just kind of going with the flow. I would love, love, love to design the costume, or at least collaborate with a really amazing designer again to make something really amazing.
So how do you see yourself like 5 years from now?
My life mission is to be a leading voice in the fashion industry as a designer, pushing it to be more sustainable and educating people on that, as well as being a model. And I want to showcase the hard work that it takes to get somewhere and inspire people that you can really achieve what you want to if you just focus, you put your head down, and you go after your goals. And that's where I see myself in 5 years.
And you were in the Philippines in 2018?
Yes, oh
so
my
what
gosh.
did you do in 2018 in the Philippines?
So I went with my parents, and actually we stayed in Manila most of the time. We went to, we took a day trip outside to a waterfall, and the name is slipping me right now, but oh my gosh, it was beautiful. And then actually my parents parted ways, and I went on to my own trip, and I went to Indonesia by myself for a couple weeks. But we're dying to go back to the Philippines. Apparently the organization Smile Train, we're going to be partnering with in the Philippines by the end of the year.
That's great.
So I'm looking forward to visiting again.
And you swam with the sharks in the Philippines. Was that in Cebu?
In Cebu, yes. Have you done that before?
I've done that. We've done it.
Oh my gosh. So I did that with my father, and my father's 84 years old. So when he swam along that whale shark, he just looked like a little kid. He was so happy. And those whale sharks are about 40 feet long, and it's amazing because they don't even mind you. They're harmless. They're just eating the little plankton. But that was an amazing, amazing experience.
When do you plan to go back to the Philippines?
Well, I've been told that the Miss USA organization, the team, and I will be going back by the end of the year to work with Smile Train. So I'm really, really hoping that happens.
So what do you plan to do first when you arrive in the Philippines?
Oh my gosh, there's so much to do. Oh my gosh. Well, definitely work with Smile Train. That's a cleft-based organization that provides cleft surgeries for those that need it. As well as I'm hoping to connect with some photographers out there and some Filipino designers, and maybe a little bit of training and networking. I would just love to connect with more people in the Philippines.
And eating more Filipino food?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you want to travel in other islands and see other places in the Philippines?
Yes, I've heard a lot. I've actually never been to Boracay. So I would love to go there. I've been to El Nido, I've been to Cebu. It was so beautiful, but I would love to see Boracay and Siargao as well.
Yes,
I hear
we've been
there's
there.
surfing there.
Yes, very
Yeah, I would love to do some surfing there.
Yeah. So you've been an inspiration to a lot of young Filipinas. What would you give them as an advice to follow your footsteps?
I would tell them to never let that self-doubt hinder them from going after what they want. When I was younger, I had a mindset where I thought I really couldn't achieve what my wildest dreams were. And once you erase that mindset and you understand that that impossible dream is actually possible, if you dedicate yourself and you really focus full force into it, you can make it happen. And my message to young girls and anybody is really to believe that, firmly believe in that, and you can make it come true, because it's come true for me, and I just feel so blessed and thankful because of that.
That's nice. And by the way, your father is from what province in the Philippines?
He's from Manila. He's from Malate. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your talk with us, and we
Oh.
hope more success in the future.
Okay, thank you. Salamat po.
If you can talk some more about Smile Train.
Yeah.
Smile
Can you
Train.
talk
Your-
about
your
can you-
advocacy.
Yeah. Can you talk more about Smile Train?
Yes, okay, so Smile Train is the world's largest cleft-based organization, and basically every 3 minutes a baby with a cleft is born. So Smile Train provides free and accessible care to free and accessible cleft surgeries for those that need it, and they work with the patients all the way up until the surgery and even after to help formulate a better and more opportunities in life for them. So Smile Train will be partnering with those in the Philippines as well, and I'll be advocating and working with that organization in the Philippines.
That's great.
And
Thank
if you can talk some more about the dad, because I just love him in the videos, how he reacted, you know, he was so proud and happy.
Okay, a few things about my dad. He's very silly, he's funny, and he taught me all about hard work. My dad always told me that you don't need to be the smartest person in the room to make the best grades, but you need to work the hardest. So he instilled that in me. He also loves to dress really nice. He was wearing a beautiful red suit at Miss USA, and he loves sneakers. Him and I have matching sneakers, and right now he's at about 75 pairs of Nikes. Yeah.
It's funny. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.